everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're painting something playful, loose and a little bit silly, some whimsical abstract watercolor birds that are going to hang off some flowers. So we're going to embrace our imaginations today, bending reality a little bit and letting the watercolor do its thing. So this idea came from a sketchbook doodle that I did, where a bird accidentally ended up perched sideways on a flower stem. I didn't mean to put him there, but the way that I put the stem, that was the only place for him. So I thought, why not do a painting full of weird little birds that are hanging off flower stems in all sorts of shapes, sizes and colours and at all sorts of angles. So I'm adding long wiggly stems, not straight, not serious, just lines that wander across the page. Some stems loop, some bend, some look like they're dancing along, and this is where the whimsy starts to show. So I am going to be doing lots of these lovely birds, and they are the stars of the show, our tiny abstract birds. I'm painting them as simple shapes, so a teardrop for the body, a dot for the head, a tiny triangle for the beak. It's nothing realistic, nothing detailed, just the blobs of personality. And here's the fun part, I'm placing them in unexpected spots, hanging off stems, leaning sideways, perched on petals, dangling like ornaments. They look like they're having their time of their lives. So I wanted this whole piece to feel lively and joyful. I wanted a lot of contrast between the florals and the birds. Make them all different colours, so I'm dropping in colours into the colours I've already put down, and I'm just adding as I go. And because they're abstract, you can exaggerate anything. You can have long tails, round bellies, tiny wings, whatever feels fun for you. So I'm giving each bird its own colour story. So a soft blue bird here, a bright coral one there, or maybe a moody indigo bird hanging upside down there. The flowers are more like suggestions than botanicals. Think of them as the stage that the bird will eventually play on. So I'm keeping everything super loose. There's no perfect here, no planning. It's just soft watercolor shapes. And I'm just continuing with that theme as I come down the page. I'm dropping in a few warm colours, peaches, pinks and a splash of gold yellow, and letting the water move the pigment around. Sort of let the edges bloom. You can see here where I accidentally dropped my paintbrush onto the page and it left these marks. So I'm utilising that and just covering the marks with the paint with one of these lovely little whimsy birds. So just making sure that the page is absolutely crammed full of these lovely shapes, these lovely botanicals and these lovely little birds. They're hanging upside down, they're on the side, they're wherever you want to be. Just use your imagination and just go with the flow just to see what happens. These Kuretake paints offer a really good level of coverage, but you could use any watercolor paint, so don't worry if you haven't got the Kuretake paints. Any watercolors, any colors you want, just feel free, just add your marks and get these little birdies and plants down. Really easy to do, in the moment stuff, just going with the flow, enjoying my time and just making sure that the page is lovely and full with these lovely little birdies. So when I'd done the main painting, I thought it'd be nice to have a little border. So using the colours that I've already used for the main painting, I'm just adding some lines off that tape. And then I'm going to let the painting dry and we're moving on to the next part, which is grabbing some gel pens or any pens that you've got. And we're going to put some detail onto these lovely florals and birds. So this is where the magic happens. A few tiny marks suddenly turn blobs into birds. A curved line becomes a wing, a dot becomes an eye, a scribble can become feathers or whatever you want, and a little hook becomes a foot gripping the stem. I'm also adding pen details to the flowers, so little C's, little dots, little lines, and a little bit of texture that makes everything feel very connected. So this kind of style of art is all about letting go, embracing your play and letting your imagination lead the way. The birds don't need to make sense. The flowers, they don't need to be real. The joy is in the looseness and the unexpected shapes that appear. So I hope you like this and I hope you get to try. And if you enjoyed this little whimsical adventure, please tap the like, subscribe button and let me know if you want a whole series of these quirky little birds. Or any other comments, whether you're going to try this. I would love to hear from you. So I've decided that I wanted to continue with the mark making. I'd use the gel pens. So I decided that I liked some of my Posca pens. They've got some real brightness to them and I wanted to add some dots. And then once I'd finished that, I thought, well, we've got a lot of white paper here. So I grabbed my gold acrylic ink and I'm just dabbing some little dots in the space. It's a little bit like, I don't know, flower dust, the beat of the bird's wings and all of that lovely flower dust, that pollen has gone up into the sky and is just floating about, just glistening in the light as the sun comes through and it's giving this lovely gold hue. So I'm adding all of those lovely dots into the spaces that I can see and making sure that that page is lovely and full. So I'm going to let that dry, and then once I've let that dry, I've grabbed a gold uniball pen and I'm just edging that tape and heating it all up nicely once I've finished there, peeling it off. And then once I've peeled off all of that tape, I am going to pull up the picture so you can see the lovely detail. So here it is, the lovely whimsical birds and flowers. And I hope you've enjoyed this. It's been really fun to do. And I think it's turned out all right. Don't know. Let me know in the comments. What do you think? Is this something you'll try? I'd love to hear from you. Okay then, see you soon.